Hi everyone, this is Amy and I'm here to do chair yoga with you tonight. So for tonight's practice, we're going to be using 2 blocks, and if you don't have blocks, you can probably use some books or anything that has just a little bit of lift that you can put on the floor to place your hand on. So it should be firm and supportive, but it could be a box, it could be a book, and something similar to that. And I do have a strap. We're not really going to be using the strap so much, except that if you need the extra space, so for example, we'll take our knee in at one point, but maybe you don't have this much pull, so you might need to use a strap to hold your knee, and that's fine. So the strap will be used at your own discretion, depending on your needs. Go ahead and come sit a little bit forward on our seat so we can lift up through our back and through our spine, making sure that we let our shoulders roll back and down, our head lifted off of our neck, with the chin gently tucked. And from here, we'll go ahead and take our gaze to the right, turning our head, all the while breathing, coming back to center, and taking our head to the left, looking left, and back to center, taking the gaze again to the right, and center, and to the left, and center. We'll take the chin to the chest, shoulders stay down and back, just the neck moving, and center, and taking the gaze up, gently lifting, and back to center, chin to the chest, and center, and gaze lifting, and center. We'll take right ear, either ear to either shoulder, same ear, same shoulder. For me it's my right, but for you it might be your left, and that's fine. Switching sides. Continuing to breathe, inhaling and exhaling. And back to center. Beautiful. We'll take a roll of the shoulders up, around, and back. Just getting all of our joints warmed up and ready to move, switching directions back to the front. And then we'll have our hands on our knees. We'll do some cat-cows here. So we'll inhale to open our chest, face looks up, back arches, and exhaling to round. Chin to the chest, rounding, tucking the tailbone, and inhaling to arch, looking up, pulling the elbows back, and rounding on the exhale, chin to chest, and continuing with your own breath, inhaling to arch, and exhaling to round. We'll do one more at the end of your current cat-cow. We'll come back into a neutral spine. Lifting up and the shoulders back around and down. So now we'll just focus on our ankles and our feet just a little bit by flexing the feet, lifting the toes up and placing them down and pulling the heels up onto the balls of the feet, lifting heels down, toes up, lifting, toes down, heels up, heels down, toes up, flexing, and toes down, heels up. Beautiful. One more time. Flexing the toes up and toes down, heels up, pointing. Wonderful. So now we're going to go ahead and come into a few twists. So we're just going to lift our arms up and we'll rotate open to one side and just leave those arms open, one going forward, one going back, and lifting back up, rotating to the other side. And arms coming up, one more time to the first side. Arms coming up and one more time to the second side, energizing through the hands. And arms lifting up, and we'll let those arms come down. Beautiful job. And just to get some knee flexion too, we'll go ahead and extend and flex one leg. Great. And we'll switch to the other leg. Flex, extend, and bend. And really making sure that we keep our back straight through this. It's not about how high the leg goes. We'll come forward on our chair just a little bit. We're going to do some chair sun salutations. So with our knees in alignment with our hips, our feet in alignment with our knees, we can have a comfortable opening in between our feet. They don't have to be together for this. Our arms coming down to our sides. We'll go ahead and inhale, the arms lift up, looking up, exhale, folding forward, out and down. Inhaling, face looks up, chest opens. Exhaling, folding back forward, rounding. Inhaling to lift back up. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling, arms come around and lift. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, face looks up, chest up, flat back. Exhaling, folding back forward. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling, hands to the heart center. One more time, we'll inhale, arms up, palms to touch. And exhaling, folding out forward. Inhaling, face looks up, flat back, chest open. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhaling, arms back up. And exhaling, palms together at the heart center. And we'll just open the hands down and let the energy settle here. Feel the energy in the body that we just created. Beautiful. So from here, we'll go ahead and bend the right knee, pulling the right knee in. As I mentioned before, if you don't have great flexibility to pull the knee in with the hands, you can use a strap to hold on to the knee in this case. And we're lifting our spine up nice and tall, flexing our foot, holding here. And we'll go ahead now and take the right arm out. Inhaling and exhaling, the other arm out. Extend the leg, flex the foot, and hold underneath that leg. Here's another opportunity where we can use the strap if the leg needs to be lower than the hands can hold. And we'll rotate the ankle here, rotate in one direction, and switching directions the other way, keeping that spine nice and tall. And bending the knee and softly placing that foot back down. We'll get that on the other side, so bringing the left knee in and holding spine nice and tall, flexing the foot, breathing here. And we'll go ahead and take one arm open, the other arm open, stretching that foot out and holding under the leg, the hamstring area. Sitting up nice and tall, rotating the ankle in one direction. And then switching directions to the other side. Terrific. And slowly bend that knee and place that foot down. That was wonderful. So we're going to come even a little bit more to the edge of our chair, but making sure you have your full seat supported for certain. And we're going to take our feet out in front of us, keeping a soft bend in the knees. Okay, we're not going to lock our knees out, not today. And we'll go ahead, we'll come into a forward fold. So lifting up, inhaling the arms up, and exhaling out and down over the legs. Now you may be fine to support yourself on your shins. If you don't have that much flexibility in the legs moving forward, you can support yourself on your thighs. Do not touch the knees though, we want to keep them nice and softly bent. Or you can also use your blocks here and just put them on the sides of your legs to support yourself. It's a great opportunity to do that. We are folding forward, but I like to start out in an elongated spine to just really lengthen and open the heart center first. And then from there, we can just fold and round. And slowly we'll put these blocks back underneath the chair and take our hands to our thighs to roll up, gently rolling through the spine and the vertebra, and taking the shoulders up, around and back. Beautiful. From here, we'll bring the feet in and we'll go ahead into a gate pose, which will slide ourselves back on the chair a little bit, making sure this leg stays in alignment, knee in alignment with the hip, ankle aligned with the knee, and we'll take the other leg out to the side. It would be normal to have a slight bend in this knee, and that is perfectly fine. We'll lift our arms up from here, energizing through the fingertips, and then we'll slowly, before we tilt to the side, it might be a good idea to use our block here and just put that there for ourselves. So we're lifting up and tilting to the side. Now you can put your hand on your shin. We're going to start lifting an arm up to the ceiling, or you can use a block. If you use a block, just make sure you're not leaning forward with it. You're staying to the side, getting a nice side stretch. You can take that arm forward. And get a nice stretch there. And we'll lift that up, and then we'll turn the torso to face the leg, and we'll grab the other block, in case we like using the blocks. I know I do. And then we'll slowly fold forward over the one leg. As we do this, there's a tendency to let this leg open. Try to keep it parallel while we're tilted forward. And slowly we'll use our hands to our thighs to roll up gently, and we'll switch positions. Let's grab the blocks and get them ready for the other side. So bringing that one leg in, we'll shift to the other side, taking that leg out. And we'll just set up our blocks here so they're there if we want them. I know I do. And making sure we're tucking the pelvis just slightly so we keep our alignment and we don't start arching in this place. Lifting our arms up, energizing through the fingertips, inhaling here. And exhaling, reaching out and up to the ceiling. Using that block or that lower hand to allow you to shift back into alignment with your hips and your spine, taking that arm over and forward if it's available to you. And we'll go ahead and lift up from here. Beautiful. And we'll turn to face the leg. So we're turning first and folding forward. Again, we're trying to keep the seated leg in alignment with the hip, not letting it go in or out. Deep breathing here. And placing the hand to the thighs and slowly rolling up through the spine. And coming back to center, we'll go ahead and bring our blocks into the center with us. So I'm going to place my blocks here for myself, and we're going to open the legs here. The feet and knees are off of the hips, so they're kind of at a diagonal, not particularly parallel, but they're also not wide open. They're just in alignment. So I'm seated closer to the middle of my chair so that I can lean forward as much as possible. We're going to go for a wide-legged forward fold, and then we will twist and open the upper body while using the blocks. You don't have to use the blocks. If you have the flexibility to go down to the floor, you are more than welcome to do that. But we'll start with our hands on our hips, lifting our chest up and back and reaching out the torso out forward, lengthening through the back and coming down onto the floor. You can use the blocks however you need to in this position. Personally, I think I'll be all right without them for now, but we'll see. So starting out, we'll round here, rounding into the position, and then we'll lift up to a flat back. Rounding down on the exhale, inhaling up to a flat back. Rounding down, exhaling, lifting up to a flat back, and we'll hold here. We'll place one hand below the face, and then we'll lift the right hand, the other hand up in just a second. So we'll inhale here and exhale to lift. Inhaling to lower, and we'll switch hands. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to lower. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to lower. Exhaling to lift. And one more here. Inhaling. Exhaling. And inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, coming down, and we'll exhale to just round and relax in this position. And you can tilt side to side a little bit if you want. Give your back and shoulders a little break. And then slowly we'll go ahead and bring one hand to each thigh and press to support ourselves, rolling up through the spine. Gorgeous. So now we can go ahead and actually take these legs fully side for our goddess pose. So in this position, our knees are off of the hips, they're opening, we're activating our glutes and our thighs to open in this position, knees over ankles and feet pointing out. We'll lift up, inhaling and exhaling, opening into goddess pose, holding here, feeling that energy that we're carving out. And we'll go ahead and inhale to lift, exhale, lower, and then we'll round everything in and come into a nice slumped position to counter that. Usually we don't want to slump, of course, but this is kind of like our own chair version of a child pose, for me anyway. And then we'll go back into that, opening up the hips, same position, activating the glutes, tucking the tailbone, and we're lifting up on the inhale and opening into goddess pose. Feeling the power of this pose, the strength. One more breath here. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, lowering and rounding everything back in again, and taking one little break here to just relax everything. From here we'll come into a warrior one. So shifting our body on the mat, or I'm sorry, on the chair that's on the mat, we'll be supported on our main leg. And we can use one hand on the chair to just position our back leg in alignment. Be careful about this arching that wants to happen. We're going to bend this bottom leg, bottom knee a little bit so that we can tuck our tailbone and make sure it's aligned. From here we can lift up through the front arm, and if it's comfortable to you, lift up through both arms, energizing through the fingers, sending energy through that back foot and down through the front foot. If it's not stable for you to have both arms up, you can take your back arm just onto the back of the chair. Not so much that you're holding onto it, but just so that it's there for stability and to rest that arm on. Shoulders down and back, and we'll release this pose. Slowly and gently we'll bring the legs in and shift to the other side. So, supporting the other leg with the chair, turning the pelvis to face this direction, tucking the pelvis, pressing back as much as we can while maintaining a bend in that knee and keeping the pelvis tucked just slightly so that we don't arch in that lower back. We definitely don't want to get into that lower back. We're going to create stability with a strong spine alignment. So we'll lift up the right arm here. Well, or the front arm, I should say. It's my right, not necessarily yours. And I'm resting the back arm right now on the back of the chair, but we can go ahead and lift that up as well if it's available to you. Shoulders down and back, abdominals engaged, sending energy down through both feet and up through the fingertips, breathing here. One more breath. And arms coming down on the exhale, shifting very gently and softly. The legs coming in. Beautiful. After that, I think it's just really nice to take a short forward fold. So we'll lift up and fold forward one more time. Just relax, release. And hands come to the thighs and we'll roll up from there again. Beautiful. So we'll take a warrior two. So coming back to the first side, we will set ourselves up and placing back leg back, still a very slight bend in that back knee. We're not trying to lock anything out. Trying to make sure that our pelvis is still tucking and we're using these thigh and glute muscles to open the legs. Lifting the arms up for warrior two. You might want to even feel like you pull back a little bit in that back arm so that you're not reaching forward and you're staying in alignment. From here, we'll come into extended side angle so you can bend that front arm, taking it down to the leg, lifting the back arm up to the ceiling, and if it's available, taking it forward, over the head. And here you can look front, you can look down, or you can look into the armpit, up. Go ahead and bring that back up to warrior two. Now we're going to take it back to reverse warrior and we're going to get a moving warrior sequence here. Lifting back up, out and forward, extended side angle, up into reverse warrior. And don't put any pressure on that back leg. Extended side angle, reverse warrior, keeping the tailbone tucked, forward extended side angle, and up, reverse warrior, and we will hold here. So tucking under for the safety of the lower back. Breathing here and coming back up to warrior two, finding your alignment again, and hands coming down to prayer, And we'll shift to the other side. So changing legs. Find the place that's the most comfortable for you. Little bitty bend in that back leg. And we'll go ahead and lift up into warrior two. Just taking a check and pulling on that back arm a little bit so that we're nice and aligned. Tucking through the tailbone, bending front arm, we'll go forward, lifting up, and then if that is enough, you can stay there. If not, you can take forward for a nice side stretch, making sure that we're keeping our pelvis engaged, our lower abdominals engaged, so we don't drop into the lower back. I can't stress that enough. And lifting up from here, we'll go for moving warrior, reverse warrior, lifting, and extended side angle on the exhale. Inhaling to lift, reverse warrior, extended side angle, reaching. Inhaling to lift, reverse warrior, extended side angle, reaching. And last one, inhaling to lift, holding here, reverse warrior. And coming back to warrior two, realigning. Hands come to prayer at the heart. And we'll release the hands, release the legs, bringing them in together. Very nice, very nice. We'll just shake them out a little bit. They've been doing a lot of work for us today. Great job for us. So as we continue, we're going to take a seated eagle pose. So coming a little bit closer to the edge of the chair. We're not going to do the wrap leg. We're just going to place one knee over the top and trying to squeeze those legs together to keep them tight. That top leg, find the arm that's the same side. That arm is going to go under the other arm. You may want to stay in a nice hug position. This might be enough for you. If you want to do eagle arms, we'll lift up the hands and intertwine them, or just rest the backs of the hands together. Breathing here, we'll just stay a few breaths. One last inhale. And on the exhale, we'll slowly unfold. Rolling shoulders back and down and uncrossing the legs. Terrific. We'll get that on the other side. So the other leg will cross over top and we'll work to squeeze them nice and tight. That top leg, the same arm will go under the other arm. And then we'll go ahead and aim for the eagle pose arms. Breathing here. Lifting the elbows just a little bit away from the chest. And one last inhale. And exhaling, release those arms, slowly rolling back and relaxing down, uncrossing the legs. Beautiful job. That's not easy. At least it's not for me. You're doing great. You're really doing great. So from here, we are going to go into a really nice stretch. So we'll take our right ankle over top, well, one ankle over top of the other knee. So one ankle over the other knee, flexing that ankle so that we don't have any ankle issues, no pressure on that, it's held. You may just want to keep your hands on your thighs here and bend forward. If you have a bit of flexibility in this position, we can take the arm through the leg. So the same leg that's up, that arm is going to go through the leg. And then we're going to fold forward and just clasp the hands together behind the leg that's down on the floor. And we'll just rest here for several breaths. One more breath. And hands come to thighs, and we'll slowly press ourselves up, supporting with the hands, rolling through the spine as always. And we'll take that foot down and lift the other foot up, ankle over the knee. And from here, again, you might just want to stay here and lean forward as much as is comfortable for you. If you have the flexibility for it, the same leg that's up, use that arm, thread it through, and fold forward, clasping those hands behind the leg that is grounded on the floor. Take several breaths here, relax into it. One more breath. And releasing the hands, bringing the hands to the thighs, supporting yourself as you roll back up through the spine. And lifting up nice and tall, we'll take that foot down. And gently we will rotate ourselves to one side. Both legs. I like to do this way because I don't want you to crank around in a twist using the back of the chair. Stretch my neck out a little bit. Okay, so as we're seated here facing the side, we will take our back arm up and to the outside of the front leg. Then we'll take the front arm up to reaching through the fingers, looking back. If it's too much for you to lift in this position, you can keep your hand to the side of the chair. Just make sure you're not grabbing the chair, or you can put your hand on your hip, making sure that the elbow stays open. It might also be a nice idea to reach the upper body back with that arm so that we don't get into arching through the lower back. And lowering that arm down, releasing the front arm. We'll get that on the other side, so we'll scooch ourselves over, facing the other direction. Making sure we're seated fully on the chair, feet flat, back nice and tall. And lifting the back arm up and placing that on the outside of the front leg, and taking the front arm back behind us and just letting that pull us back a little bit. Breathing here. Again, modify if you need to. One more breath. And releasing down. Everything releases. We're going to come back to the center. And now we get to have a beautiful Shavasana. And what I like to do for Shavasana on a chair is use the blocks under my feet. Partially because I'm a shorty, but also because I think it allows for a greater relaxation. So I can shift myself forward a little bit in the chair, have myself supported on the blocks, and chin tucks so that we don't do any weird stuff with our neck. Our chin tucks, and we'll just leave our hands open, or they can rest on the thighs if that's more comfortable. And you can really position the blocks if you want a more open Shavasana, or if you want even to turn them in, that's fine. It's all for your comfort. And Shavasana is our chance to let the practice sink in. So we should really allow at least 5 minutes for this. So let's just close our eyes. Breathe here. And even though it seems like we're not doing anything, our body is integrating the practice of everything that we've just done. Our body is digesting that movement and that breath like food for the soul. So slowing down the breath, focusing on elongating every inhale and exhaling completely. Think about any areas of the body that might be holding any tension, and work to release those. Any areas where muscles are activated that don't need to be, just relax them now. And sometimes the most common areas that we don't think about are those little muscles in our forehead, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the eyes, the jaw, the mouth, the tongue, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, and I'll leave you here to relax just a little while longer, and I'll let you know when it's time to return our awareness to the body and complete our practice. Slowly returning the focus to the body, becoming aware of the points of contact between the body and the chair, or the floor, or the blocks. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Start waking back up. Maybe tilting the head from side to side. Beautiful. And slowly we'll start to return to a more upright seated position with our feet underneath us and the chair back supporting us. Bringing our hands into Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Inhaling and exhaling here, feeling how our energy has shifted through the practice. And slowly taking a gaze down towards the floor. Blinking our eyes open. And lifting our gaze. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. And I hope that you got whatever you were looking for from this chair practice. I wish you all the best. And I hope to see you again soon.